Hey guys, how's it going? It's great to be with you today. I'm going to bring a verse that I so treasure. I'm sure you've heard it before. I've shared it a lot. I reference this. It's at the end of the book of Galatians, and they have gone through some lapses as a people. They've gotten caught up in legalism, the Judaizers trying to mix the law and observances with things that they're not understanding the grace of God in its totality, and Paul's having to correct them. But I'll tell you, toward the end of the book, he makes this statement that is just standalone amazing. And it says in Galatians 6:9, this is our verse today here. Let's not lose heart or grow weary in doing good. For in due time we will reap if we do not grow weary. This verse has helped me out as an individual so many times and in so many situations. And I want to pass it on to you, that as you take hold of it, take ownership on it, because this is God's love gift for all of us. Sure, Paul wrote this to the Galatians 2,000 years ago, right? But all scripture is inspired by God and is profitable for reproof, for correction, for training in righteousness, that the man, woman, or child of God may be adequate, equipped for every good work. So this is a standalone truth. This is a flat statement. It's actually very repetitive throughout the entire Bible. Noah didn't give up building the ark. David didn't give up when he failed and blew it. He kept landing on his knees before God with his hands up and his heart repentant, tears in his eyes, humbling himself. And it's what constituted him being famously called a man after God's own heart, who did God's will. That's what we're after, right? We're wanting to not grow weary in well-doing. The thief he's a diminishing being. He comes to deplete, he comes to steal, he comes to kill, he comes to destroy, he comes to drain. But I'm telling you, if we would do what Matthew 11:28 says, Jesus said, "Come to me, all you who are weary, heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Now, if Jesus is going to give us something, it's going to be very high category good, pure, organic, genuine, 100%, not diluted, no additives. It's going to be powerful. And if he gives us something called rest, R-E-S-T, then it's going to be the highest quality and it's most substantial. And it's going to translate into our lives. It's going to help us to not grow weary. He gives power to the faint. It says in Isaiah 40, they that wait upon the Lord will gain. We gain new strength. This is what we're doing right now. Just in this moment, we're sitting at the Lord's feet, listening to his word. And this is the word for today, Galatians 6:9. Commit it to memory. Galatians 6:9. Let us not grow weary or lose heart or become faint or quit or back off or shrink back. All of that is posture to avoid. Right now I realize that while I'm reading to you, like so many things, like cell phones, computers, cars, TV watching, reading, we slump forward. I've noticed this in my life. If I could go back and tell the 20-something-year-old Jeff Perry something to do, I would say, throw your shoulders back. Put your head up. Quit hunching. And I feel like this verse is a spiritual answer to weariness, to faint-heartedness. It's like, don't even go there. Don't even go there. Fight through it. Resist the devil. It says in Hebrews 10:35, cast not away your confidence, which has a great reward. For you have need of endurance or patience or broad shoulder pressing on perseverance, so that after you've done the will of God, you may receive what was promised. See there, that's a very similar truth. And let us not grow weary or lose heart to any degree in doing good. For in due time, boy, I love the timing of God. I love his timetable. I love that there are times and seasons. I love what Solomon said in Ecclesiastes. To everything, there's a time and there's a purpose for everything under heaven. And in verse 11, he said he's made everything beautiful in his time. So when we get in God's timing, it's going to be great. And this verse basically says, you want to stay on that because breakthrough is coming. Answers are coming. Victory is coming. I'm not ignorant of the devil's devices, and I really do think it's more than a cliche when people say there's the darkness before the dawn and that kind of thing, because I think the devil has patterns, and he sees threats when he sees a Timothy or emerging away from a spirit of fear and starting to take his place, being revitalized, or he sees the Galatian church coming out of legalism under the instruction of Paul and getting back on track, because that's what this is alluding to. He sees your potential, and he's threatened by it, so he tries to attack. And I think when he doesn't know the future, but he sees indicators. And when he sees, that things are about to shift, he's out there he's been a devil for a long time, and he knows the word, and he knows humanity, and he hates God, and he hates the process of it. But hey, so what? Let the hater hate. We're going to stand on this promise and do what it says. I will not lose heart. I will not grow weary. I will stand my ground. I will not succumb to this depression. I will not succumb to this anxiety. I will not succumb to this distraction. I will not succumb to entertaining these mind-numbing, vision-dulling, blunting issues that would try to stymie me, try to make me hold back, because we are not of those who shrink back to destruction, but we are of those who through faith and patience inherit the promises of God. Do not grow weary, do not lose heart in doing good, sister, brother, young person, elder. Keep standing firm in your faith. Take your stand, and having done all to stand, stand on this verse, and you'll have a great outcome. God bless you.